like 500,000 crystals on the piano, but you know, many of them fell on the floor, and I was like, had this like glistening floor.
So we are in Lauren Baker's studio with me, Talina, and obviously this is Lauren Baker. Hi.
Hey.
Thank you so much again for showing us around. I'm so excited for you guys to see this. It's epic. So first of all, can you tell me about this first piece?
Yeah, so this is called the dark matter. So it's 1.8 meters by 1.8. It's the biggest size you can go that fits through a London door. And it's inspired by the Hubble telescope and how they looked at an area of space the size of like a thumbnail outstretched, a tiny, unremarkable area of space, and then they found through the Hubble lens 100 billion galaxies.
Wow.
And as they keep improving the lens, they found more and more. And the piece is really about like the infinite possibilities of what's out there, other galaxies, other realms. And I've done this white neon with the black paint over the top, because it's kind of about how we think we know what we can see, and then when we look deeper, like the true vastness of the universe and the potential is revealed to us. Definitely.
Why are you so interested in like the universe and space? Because it's a lot of your work is inspired by that.
I guess I'm just obsessed with the fact that we're all made of stardust. You know, it's like it's a fact.
Crazy.
And which brings me on to this piece.
Let's go. Moving quickly on.
So this is that reflection of that.
So this actually says we're all made of stars.
Yeah, and you know, when I've meditated in the Amazon and took part in ceremonies and like, you know, felt like I was dancing through space, you know, I just felt this massive connection with the whole universe and just this kind of like boundless love, boundless energy, boundless creativity. And you know, and I express myself through these artworks. So this one is, you know, the night sky, and just a reminder of like, you know, microcosm and macrocosm, and the fact that, you know, we are just tiny little dot specks, you know. So, and this piece is called Become the Storm. And it's really about like, instead of, I made a piece before this, which was a diamond dust neon that said the thunder to my lightning, which was about a kind of stormy relationship where I was like really affected by the storm. And then this is the piece after that, like past the relationship, and it's like Become the Storm. It's like dancing in the eye of the storm. So it's like this fullness and oneness, but it's like you are the electricity. It's like a really powerful piece.
So we moved on to this piece, which is a epic T-Rex. Am I correct with that?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So what's it made out of?
So it's sculpted with resin and then painted, and then it's got thousands and thousands of crystals on it. And actually this piece was made because I'd made a crystal grand piano, and when I looked at my floor after the project, it was like 500,000 crystals on the piano, but you know, many of them fell on the floor, and I was like, had this like glistening floor.
Amazing.
And it was like, we can't just throw this away. And then I was like, I need to make something, you know. There was like, you know, there was all the kind of like little tiny pieces. There were just, some of the pieces are like the size of a full stop, you know, but it's like, so then I had this idea too, because I'm obsessed with animals and extinction and environmental causes and stuff, and I thought, you know, to make a baby T-Rex, you know, an animal that's already extinct, it'd be fun.
So you do a lot of work with charities, and one of which is Choose Love. So yeah, can you tell me about this?
Yeah, so I've been supporting Help Refugee Charity for a couple of years now. I've made them a few like one-off prints, and then more recently I made this neon sign for them. And yeah, I just really believe in everything they do. I think it's incredible, and my whole vibe in my art is like, you know, thinking about the higher consciousness and uplifting and positivity, and so our values are really synced, and yeah, they're a charity I love supporting.
Yeah, because like we were saying before, like all of your art is really uplifting. And actually something crazy, about 2.5 years ago, I was having a literal meltdown, and I was in this restaurant, and everything's going to be fucking amazing. I think one of your pieces was in there, and I didn't know at the time, and now I'm just like, that's so crazy that it was in there, because it made me feel so much better, and I remember posting it on Instagram. But
it's a fun piece.
For me, like, when I surround myself by kind of like uplifting quotes, because I've struggled with mental health in the past. Is that kind of part of the reason why you like bring in uplifting quotes? Is there like a story behind that, or something personal to you?
You heard my story earlier of, you know, when I kind of felt like I was questioning the meaning of life, and I was, you know, at a point where I was just felt like I was in a rat race, and everything felt a bit meaningless and repetitive, and that's when I read the book and The Power of Now, went, you know, travelled the world and, you know, found creativity. And so I think, you know, it's when people do have that, like the dark night of the soul, like, you know, then, you know, thinking about like reaching out to people and thinking about like what's meaningful in life, and it's usually like helping other people, like thinking about amazing charity causes, like doing things that just the simple things, like, you know, whatever makes you happy. It might be riding your bike, or it might be making art, or it might be singing, dancing, music, whatever it is. Totally. Just tune into like the frequency that makes you high.
So this one is inspired by the universe as well.
So this is called the Deep Field, Stardust, the Deep Field, and again it's inspired by the Hubble telescope, and it's a lenticular, so you need to walk past it to see the shooting star. And it's my, you know, like my daydreams, my crazy thoughts about like what is out there, like what is all the potential of the other galaxies, other realms, you know. Back to when I studied metaphysics, and I'm just like imagining the whole immensity of the universe.
So is this kind of like the inside of your brain? Kind
of.
What do you think, like, this is a bit of a deep question, but what do you imagine is out there? Like, is there another world? Is there another Lauren Baker out there?
Wow, who knows? Possibly, quite possibly. But I do think that, I think there is an afterlife. And gosh, there could be many portals to other dimensions. There's so many possibilities,
But I guess like also believing that there's an afterlife, like we were saying earlier, and having like this amazing understanding of space is really reassuring, because it doesn't make you so scared as morbid as it sounds of death. You know? So,
true.
It's great.
And when the more I meditate, you know, the less afraid I am of the unknown. And every time I'm making a new piece, it's always the unknown. It's like, you know, it's a whole new piece, new materials, new themes, it's like, and the unknown is a scary thing. But it's just like to just kind of like let go of the fear and just like step forward and fly, and, you know, you just play in the universe. That's what I'm doing.
I love it. And I want to talk to you, I guess, now about that letting go meditation stuff. Do you want to maybe show me a piece that's kind of more inspired by meditation?
Yeah, cool.
So I'm dying to ask you about meditation and your process with that. So what part does that play in your work? Because I know you do meditation before you work.
So I created a collection called The Colour of Energy, and it's all inspired by this like desire I have to interpret unseen energy. So everything is energy, everything has a frequency. So I decided to listen to the sound frequencies of the 7 energetic chakras in the body. And for example, the heart chakra is 431.1 hertz. So I listened to that sound and meditated, and then visually interpreted what that energy looks like.
Amazing.
And so I came up with my version of the 7 colours of the chakras. So, and this is the solar plexus, which is about willpower and determination.
And why is like it important to have kind of like your chakras aligned? Like what's the benefit of it?
So it's just like when your chakras are aligned, you have this feeling of like oneness and completeness, and you're flowing, and your thoughts, words and actions are in alignment, and everything just feels like natural, you know.
Have you ever like had a time where you felt like out of whack? And
definitely, when I don't do my morning rituals. You know. It's that simple.
Well, it's absolutely beautiful. Like I absolutely love it. And as immediately when we came down, I was like, I feel like this is a solar plexus one. So I love it. So thank you so much for showing us around your studio and chatting with us. It's been amazing. I feel like very calm and zen and like encouraged, because like, one thing I think is amazing is that you refound your whole journey at 28, which I think is just I mean, 28 is young, but still, it's really cool.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Where can we find you on Instagram?
It's at Lauren Baker Art.
At Lauren Baker Art, and you can find us at We Are Hoy on Instagram. Thank you again. It's been epic.